Today we're going to be learning how to manage your Workspace's flags. In order to start, head over to the Workspace section and click on Manage Flags. Simply hit the Add Flag button, enter in a flag name, and select the color. Once that's done, hit the Add Flag button. And just like that, your flag has been created. In order to use a flag, on any message, click on the flag icon and select the flag from the list. In order to filter by flags, hit on the flag filter option and choose the desired flag. It will only show you messages with that flag. Today we're going to be going over how to manage your Workspace's users. Click on the Manage Users button. In the top right, click on the blue Invite Users button. From here, you can add your users. Enter your user's email address, first name, last name, and optionally, enter a forward number. Any calls that are placed from a customer that is conversing with a user will automatically be forwarded to this number. You can set the user's permission to either user or senior. A user only has access to the claims and messages page. You can also set a claim limit and claim time, which will allow how many claims can be taken from this user at any given time. You can also enable manual blasts, which are one-off messages, as well as set a limit for how many messages can be sent via manual blast. A senior also has the option for personal campaigns, which can be enabled from this page. A personal campaign is a campaign that a senior can send that all responses will go directly into their messages page. In order to delete a user, hit on the red X to the right of the user. You'll optionally be allowed to assign claims to another user or select none to put all the messages back into the claims area. User groups are a great way to manage campaign permissions. With user groups, you can decide who has access to receive responses from a campaign. To add one, click on Manage User Groups in the top right. Click on the Add Group button, type in a name, and then click on the plus icon. Once inside the group, click on which users you'd like to add to them. In order to assign a user group to a campaign, simply go to the campaign and select the user group drop-down and select which group you would like to be assigned to this campaign. Alternatively, you can manually assign which user you would like to add to the campaign below. In order to manage your Workspace's source numbers, simply hit on the Manage Numbers section of the Workspace tab. Once inside, you can add numbers on the right. You might get an error that says, "Must upgrade account, visit billing." Simply hit on the billing area in order to add your credit card information. Once added, you'll notice that you'll have the option to select a state or multiple states in order to select which source number you would like. You can select any state or multiple states, as well as the quantity. Once you're ready, hit on the Rent Numbers button. This process should take about 10 to 15 seconds. Once complete, you'll notice all of your numbers are in your account, active, and ready to go. You'll notice a yellow cycle button in the top right. If you click on this button, it will perform a Workspace cycle. Once cycled, all of your Workspace's numbers will be cycled. A cycled number is a number that is still rented by your Workspace, but cannot send out new campaigns. Its only purpose is to respond to existing conversations. You'll have the option to replace cycled numbers in order to rent the exact same states as you had previously in a new batch of numbers that will be used to send out new campaigns. At the top, you can filter by the number status, as well as see number statistics for each number. You can change the time frame of the statistics to be either weekly or monthly. Today we're going to be going over the billing page in Workspace. On the billing page, you can see the quantity of numbers that you are renting, as well as your cost. You can also see your current monthly period, when it starts and when it ends. You'll also see your balance and have the ability to add additional credits. Simply hit an amount and then hit the refill button. You also have the option to auto refill credits. In this case, you'll see there is a threshold amount and recharge amount. The threshold amount is the amount that your balance must reach before it will automatically refill. On the right, you'll notice there is an option to download a billing report. This will send you a comprehensive report with all of your campaigns as well as costs. Our first setting is the ability to allow seniors to create subscriber lists. Next, you will have the option to set a shortlist max size. A shortlist is a list of contacts that a user can add to their shortlist to ensure no one else texts those same people. In order to do it, simply go to the Workspace Messages tab, select the channel, and then click on the green Add to Shortlist button. You can view a shortlist by clicking on the blue Shortlist button in the top right and send out a quick campaign using those contacts. You can also set a decay, that is a time in which contacts will be automatically removed from the shortlist if they are not contacted. You can also set the Filter Again Shortlist option, which will filter all campaigns against any contacts in any shortlist. The next option is the Disable Claims, which will take all responses and distribute them evenly to your users. You have the option to remove anybody who is inactive from receiving these responses. You can also reassign the channels in the event that the user does not respond to the conversation during the time period allotted. Below, you will find a security setting that will not allow seniors to see contacts. You will also have the ability to allow seniors to edit and add additional users to your workspace. You will also have the option to set up email notifications in the event of unresponded conversations. You can set these up for the user as well as the administrator. You can set up a maximum segment limits in order to make sure your campaigns are always a certain size. For more information, check out our article on what is a segment. The following settings are about manual blasts. Manual blasts are campaigns that your users can send out directly from the messages page. You can set how many numbers they can include in these blasts at any given time. Set up initial cooldown, which will restrict other users from texting the same contacts within a set time. Also set up cooldown, which will restrict another user from texting the contact in the event there is already a conversation taking place. You can also set up channel locks, which will allow a user to lock the channel to his account to make sure no one else gets that channel reassigned to him. You can also set a limit for how many channels a user is allowed to lock to his account. Here it's channel lock now. Simply go to the channel and hit on the lock button in the top right. You can also set up segment budgeting, which will allow you to set up limits on users that are sending personal campaigns. Those settings can be found in the users table. On the right, you'll have the option to turn on Auto Archive Filtered, which will automatically archive messages that match the filtered entries below. You'll also have the option to decide what happens when somebody responds with a stop or unsubscribe, or any of the entries you add to the add unsubscribe below. The options are archive, delete, or do nothing. If they're deleted, you will never see them. If they're archived, they will be in the archive page. Add any phrases to be filtered for archive or for anything else by typing in the phrase, as well as choosing the option to have contains or match exactly. You'll have this option for filtered entries as well as unsubscribe entries. You can add as many as you need. Just a note, anybody who is unsubscribed will be filtered out against all future blasts automatically. Below, you will have the option to block any forwarded calls that come from anonymous phone numbers. You'll also be able to set up an auto response in the event you miss any calls. You can set the auto response message below.